So I got this from my last Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class on Friday, and these are some takeaways that I get from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and I use on my business, on my life in general. So the first lesson is that when you're fighting in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and other sports, you struggle very much. It's a lot of pressure. You are in a bad position. Your opponent is getting to you, and you are there struggling for your life for sometimes seconds or minutes. And one of the key takeaways here is that you need to endure the pain. You need to be resilient. You need to understand that that's going to pass, but you might get to a better position if you hold on to your guts, to your feeling, to your technique. So I get this from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and I use it in my business, because sometimes your Facebook ads campaign will not perform at first. Sometimes your first offer is not going to work. Sometimes you're gonna be bleeding out money and you are not supposed to give up at first. Maybe sometimes you need to change your perspective and change your business and change your offers, yes, but you need to understand how to endure the pressure, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu helps you to do that. The second lesson that I get from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is that you need to attack. You need to go for it. So when I'm in a good position and I'm gonna sweep my opponent, or I'm gonna attack an arm or leg or whatever, I go full force. I go until I get the submission from my opponent. The same thing happened in business. When you are attacking your business, when you are going for it, when you're launching a new product, a new campaign, a new whatever, you need to use 100% of your force there. You need to be focused. You need to really go for it. Yes, sometimes you're gonna be working much more than your average day limit, but it's there for the taking. That's my point here. You need to go 100% until you achieve your goal. And in fighting, in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you can't go soft sometimes. You need to go for it. So that's a very important lesson. The third lesson that I get from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is that perfection takes time. So for example, I started Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it was 2009, and I'm recording this video in 2024. So it's been many years. And yes, I spent some years without training. Yes, I sometimes I train more, sometimes I train less, but that's what it takes for you to get to your black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or whatever you're doing. You need to stick to the process. You need to be patient, because the goal that you have will only manifest when you are doing your part. And sometimes your part is to take a step back, is to wait, is to get to the best position that you can, but it takes time. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is one of the martial arts that takes the longest for you to achieve your black belt. And the reason for that is that since the beginning of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the training is hard. It takes a long time for you to really understand and internalize the positions, the right attacks, the right defenses. It's not only going to the classes, it's really about rolling with other opponents and learn by doing it. So yes, you know the technique, yes, you practice the technique, but nothing is the same as fighting. When you fight, you will try to use what you learned in the class and apply in that position specifically. But sometimes it doesn't work. It doesn't work because your opponent is a little bit to the side, his hand is in another position, so he's defending himself. So the technique might not work at first, but when it takes time, when you go for it, you will start to be using and perfecting the technique, and also using your own way to doing this. That goes the same for business. You might use a special launch that you learned from somebody, or there is a new social media now that everybody's using, or there is a new platform to get leads that's new and you are using as well. So it takes time for you to use your own way of adapting. and it will take time. It will take time. It's not from night to day that you will build an empire. Empires are not made from one day to another. You need to take time, you need to invest, you need to be resilient, which was the first lesson. You need to be aggressive, which was the second lesson, and you need to go for it and know that it will take time. So you need to have patience for your business to really get there. So that's our lesson number 3 from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to your business. My name is Gerson Ribeiro, and I'm happy to share with you my life and my business, and I hope to help you go from where you are to your next level. See ya.